I am back at my favorite Goodwill in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Let's head inside and see if they have anything that I can buy and sell for a profit in my antique and vintage booth. This is just going to be a sneak preview. I thought about this and thought about this. I even put it back and got in line and then got out of the line and went back to go get it because I loved it so much, but it didn't have a lid, and I promise I searched all of the lids. It just wasn't there. I do know what the lid looks like though, because of course I was able to find out with Google Lens what the lid is supposed to look like, so I can definitely keep my eye out for a lid. I can come back to this store in the next day or two and look again to see if it might have gotten separated from its lid. And it could appear on the shelves in the next day or two, but I probably paid too much for it. I'm sure I probably did. It was $5.09 without the lid, but I just loved it so much. The vintage 1960s vibe that it has. And I think it'll probably sell for $12 to $14, even without its lid. So I will unpack the rest of these treasures and show you what I got when I get home. I have so much good stuff to show you in this haul, and I'm so excited to share it with you. I think just to explain the order of this video, the two little angels that appear in my thumbnail for this video, I'm going to save them till the end. The two little angels are truly a mystery to me. I can't seem to find a match online anywhere that I look. And the one that looked really close to it that I saw, I believe it was on Etsy. I'll show you a picture here. When you click on it, it says, sorry, this item is no longer available. I can't even look to see how much it was. So these mysterious little angel figurines sure are cute, but honestly, I have no clue if they're a flip or a flop. So I'll be looking for your guidance on them in the comment section. Okay, first up is this stoneware coffee cup. And when I looked it up, Google said that it was a Wabi Sabi hippie coffee cup from the 1960s or 70s. I honestly had never heard the phrase wabi sabi before, but I think it's really cute. And now I'm like obsessed with the phrase wabi sabi. It was $1.09, and I've already put a price tag on this. I don't usually do this for my videos, but I will put $8 on this in the booth. Isn't it sweet? If you've been watching my channel, you know that I love to sell Beanie Babies, and they sell for $10 in our antique store. This one was $1.11. Unfortunately, it seems like someone went a little bit crazy with their pricing at the Goodwill where I love to go, which is the Stone Mountain one. It's my favorite Goodwill. And there was only one that was $1.11, and the rest of them were all $5.09. So even though there's some good ones, I was only able to get this little guy. Cute little polar bear. Cat figurines always sell very well for me, and I just love them, so I buy them when I find them. I thought this one was interesting. It's not vintage, it's secondhand new, and the material is resin. This was just $2.09, and I'm seeing this online for $20. I'll put a picture here. I will probably put 18 on this. I'm not sure if it could get $20 or not. It may. It's pretty special. Splatterware or enamelware, whatever you prefer to call it, is very popular in our neck of the woods in the North Georgia mountains. I always see red and white, but these green, oh my gosh, I love these. Forest green and white. I don't think I've ever seen this color before. So based on my research, these are vintage. They were $1.09 each, and I think they should sell for $8 each. These are also secondhand new, but they're vintage inspired. Mason jar, salt and pepper shakers. I buy and sell these all the time. They're pretty hot commodity in our neck of the woods. And as soon as I price them and get them on the shelves, it doesn't take long before they sell. These are nice ones. They have this really nice copper lid on them. So these were $3.09 for the set. They're very clean. They look like they've never been used. I probably won't even have to wash them. They're that nice and clean. And I will put $16 on them. Okay, milk glass vases are pretty common, and they are very popular, especially in the summertime, because a lot of people buy them for weddings. And what they'll do is for all of the guests' dinner tables, they will have a milk glass vase on each table with flowers in it. and people like for the milk glass vases to be different. So I often see the tall, skinny ones. They're pretty common, but I have not seen this shape before. It's really nice. It's got a tulip-shaped edge around here. It's just really pretty, and it was only $1.09. I will put 18 on this. So pretty. Needs to be washed, and then it's really gonna sparkle. This is a CorningWare coffee pot or teapot. It says it holds 6 cups. This pattern is called Wildflower, and this is my favorite of the CorningWare patterns. I don't see it as often as I see the cornflower blue. Now this one needs some cleanup. Ew. It's really fairly dirty on the inside. I hope I can get all that gunk out. I don't know if you can see that. And then the top also needs to be shined up. Maybe I'll try Brasso on this, and I think it will look really nice. So this was $5.09, and based on my research online, assuming I can get it clean, this should sell for $28. When I saw this on the shelf, I knew it was something special, but I didn't know what it was. I just knew that turquoise is really hot and it always sells well. It doesn't matter what year it is or what time of year it is. But my research told me that this is Tierra Indiana glass. It is a beautiful turquoise water bottle or vase. I'm sure it will be used as a vase. It was a good deal at $3.09, and I will put $28 on this. Isn't it lovely? This is a clear glass decanter, and looks can be deceiving. Like when I saw how new the stopper looked, I thought that can't be vintage, but people do sometimes replace the stopper with a new stopper. So I'm really not sure what this is. It was $5.09, and this was only $3.09. I don't think this is as valuable as this, but on the clear one, I'm going to put 22 and see how it goes. If it doesn't sell, I can always mark it down. And this was the pot that I put in my cart, put it back on the shelf, got in the line, realized that the line was long, kept thinking about this, and then ended up leaving the checkout line and going back to get this, even though it doesn't have a lid and even though it was $5.09. So this may be like a controversial opinion, or maybe you'll disagree, but sometimes I get things even if I think they're a little bit overpriced, because I'm trying to create a certain look in my booth and I'm trying to draw in a certain customer, and that customer is going to naturally gravitate towards the things that I like. This is just such a groovy 1960s or 1970s saucepan that I decided to get, even though it doesn't have its lid. Now, I could probably, maybe I could even find a lid for it by itself for sale somewhere online, but I'll show you a picture here of what it looks like with the lid. Now with the lid, these are selling for over $30. This one here is $35, I believe, when you add the shipping to it. I'm going to try to get $22 for this. That may be asking a little bit much, but since I paid $5.09 for it, I really do need to be able to mark things up 4 times in order to be able to make a profit overall in my antique booth. When you consider how much I spend on all of my things that I put in the booth, and when you consider how much I spend on rent, which is $178 a month, and then when you consider that everything I sell, the store is going to get 10% commission off the top. Just love this though. Look at this cute little pin cushion. It's a pin cushion on top, and then I would call this bone china. I'm not sure if that's right, the flowers, but I'm seeing it described online as, well, porcelain. And it's just lovely with no chips or cracks. It does have a sticker on the bottom indicating that it is from Japan. And I don't know, I just thought it was really sweet. For only 89 cents, I will put $10 on this, and I think it will sell. Okay, look at this cat figurine. This is a vintage hand-painted figurine. On the bottom it says made in China, but you can see that it is vintage if you just look closely at the stamp. So this is Japanese hand-painted artwork on this cat. This little kitty was $1.39. And I'm gonna put 14 on it. I just think it's lovely. My foster dog Champ has decided that he doesn't want to be outside anymore. He wants to be part of the video. Okay, these little angels that were in my thumbnail for this video, when I saw these on the shelf, I thought for sure I had found something very valuable. I thought these look like they're from the 1940s or 1950s. And honestly, I can't find anything quite like these. They were $3.09. Hey, and the only one that I saw that looked like mine, it was on Etsy. I'll show you a picture of the listing here. When I clicked on it, it said, sorry, this item is no longer available. So I couldn't see how much they had sold for. I couldn't find a comparable on eBay. I just think they're really cute. They are both carrying their little hymnals, their little choir books. They're kissing angels, so you can display them like this. And the ones that I'm seeing online are ceramic, but mine are not ceramic. I think these are also resin. So let me know what you think. I have no idea what to price these at. I paid $3.09 a piece. So together I have $6.18 in them. And of course I would sell these as a pair. The little girl angel has a little problem on her wing, but I think I could fix that with a gold Sharpie and it would look just fine. I might end up keeping these for myself if they're not super valuable because I love them and I would just put them out every year and they would be part of my Christmas decor forever because I really like their style of these. But let me know what you would price these at. I really don't know if these are a flip or a flop. Champ has decided to lay down now. Buddy, you don't want to be in the video? Well, thank you so much for watching today. Whether you have an antique booth like I do, or if you are a vintage reseller and you sell online, or if you just love to go thrifting and love to pick up vintage treasures for yourself, I hope you found this video valuable. And as always, I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.